is the Magnate. Hello, you welcome to this week's edition of the Magnate. It's a brand new edition, though we're continuing with the conversation we halted last week. And we still have with us highly cerebral, intellectual, a thespian, a major player in the creative space that is now known as creative economy. It's my pleasure to welcome back to the Magnate Dr. Adedayo. You are welcome back to the program, sir.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us. The last time we halted at the point of classification. Now, I beg to ask, when you censor and you overtly classify, don't you think this will kill creativity for somebody who wants to be very innovative and come out with something really unique? And bearing in mind that, oh, this one will be censored, they won't like it and all, without going overboard. What do you say to that?
Yeah, you are right. But I told you what censorship was meant for from the beginning, and which, when we're drafting, I must praise them for drafting the laws and norms that establish National Film and Video Censors Board. But then you look at it from the government perspective alone, and that's what is it called? That's censorship. And that's why in most cases, do you know that censorship, like what you said, censorship is like infringing into somebody's intellectual right. Look at it. Do you know again that in the regulation of National Film and Video Censors Board, music is there? How do you suddenly sit down? Take, for example, King Wasiu Ayinde Marshal. He sit down and he has something coming in his brain. He enters into studio immediately. Look at Sheffield Al when they are walking. I mean, walking on the road or even eating or playing or something like that. Even if they are playing with you, a couple of weeks ago, about 2 weeks ago, I met Wasiu. You see, he started singing the kind of song, Reflex, that he has sang how many years? Days of La Parias. Same thing, Sheffield and other musicians. How do you censor them? So it's a permanent failure from National Film and Video Censors Board, from inception to my period and to the present, that you cannot censor film. And look at the Gen Z now. They can just sit down and start, something will come into their brain. And so that is why censorship, as far as I'm concerned, it's strictly meant for government to hold the creative hands.
Exactly.
And that is why I'm in the group of those saying we should remove censorship.
To strangulate, more or less.
Yes, strangulate the creative industry. We should remove censorship and now have classification. And from classification, we have classification. People will see it within themselves, within association. And especially when the creative industry associations are well organized now.
Of course, yes.
Within themselves, they can, they can criticize and do and well coordinated. And we have a free and, of course, faster growth than what we have.
Okay, talking about this classification, you need to explain to us what it means. Classify to what and all of that, because some people may not speak your language.
Well, it simply means we can sit down this way and say, okay, let's look at this product. If it's a record, if it's a film, we say, let's look at this product. Is it suitable for age what?
Okay.
12, less than 12, 15, 13.
Okay, that's why we say before any broadcast, say classified for so and so.
So by the time we're able to organize ourselves more, we'll be able to do what? Have our self-classification and give it to government to only collect their taxes and give us stamp. Okay,
this classification, where does it operate? It's possible with TV stations. Do you have control over the film and even the streaming platforms?
No, we don't.
Not to even talk of the socials.
No, we don't. Well, let me give you the advantage of the television.
Okay.
They are well organized. I must give it to them. The TV, even the TV platform, I think they are well organized than the film industry.
Platforms.
Because you see on TV, or even on private, they put the display that until in the film industry, when we know that this is what our group or the self-classification has approved, that we should be able to put it on the screen, either on YouTube channel, on TikTok, whatever, anywhere. Cinemas are trying. But at times, once in a while, they misguide. And that's why
you should know that.
Yeah, that's why the regulatory industry, but we should be, in sincerity, be able to organize ourselves, if not to the level of the TV stations, at least to about 70%
at par.
Yeah, at par.
Okay, you just talked about film. Film, I mean, it's no longer the way it used to be. When we were growing up, we just go to cinema house. It was called cinema houses then.
Yeah, cinema houses.
You pay a token, you enter, and then you're able to film. It's even something like the projector and all of that.
Mostly Indian films.
Exactly. Number 10. Now, it has cascaded. We hear people, blockbusters, hitting the box office and all of that with their film intellect. I need you to clarify this, that there are certain period of the year, there are certain calendar retained for certain people because of the profit margin, and that more or less compromises others that are also coming up. Is that correct? Have you heard that?
A plus or minus, no. Because if I have to give you the good side of that space, no one compromises each other. Some homes, you see some decent home, they give their children between a period to watch, to go on Netflix, to go on certain content. And in cinema as well, it's like that. But the issue is, cinema in most African countries, Nigeria specifically, is far, far better than the one in France. Because in most cases, we have popcorn is selling here, ice cream is there, game is there, and whatsoever. But in France, you just walk, after parking, you just walk straight into the cinema. You hardly see where you can put your children and things like that. So I don't think anyone distorts each other.
Do you think that complements the economy of the creative that we're talking about?
Yes, of course. I've said it earlier on in the previous interview that, look, the creative industry is like a country, just like a university. Some students, when we're in school, they don't get out of the university.
Everything is available.
Everything is available. Despite the fact that we don't even have phones, mobile phones and things like that.
At your age then?
Yes, of course. We only have, I think I came out of the university when we started using 9-knot knots.
Not 9 knots.
Not 9-knot. So if you look at it very well, I don't think, you cannot, you're still growing, I'm still growing. I grow at my own pace. The children too will go at their own pace. So I don't think anyone is disturbing. Okay, during summer, when calendar is stable, parents will take their children to the cinema. It's not because they don't have DSTV or whatsoever at home, but they feel like interactions, let's be out and let them see what is really happening within the environment. That's one. But on a normal working day, when they have to go to school, on Monday or whatsoever, you see that the films that you will be on display then will not, the majority will be for the adults, for above 18.
Okay, let's go to further classification now and other platforms. You mentioned in passing the streaming platforms. Does the regulation, because I know that before now, Netflix was very strong in Nigeria, and it became the in thing. Nigerians, they like things that are happening. When you have to play things on Netflix on the go, even though you have to use your data and all of that, does regulatory authority also have input there?
Yes, under normal circumstances, but it's just limited. Okay, if I produce here, I'm expected, even if I'm exporting it, I'm expected to do what? To go into the normal this thing. But if I don't produce here, I don't have to classify here. I can sell it here.
If you have to show it here?
If you have to show it here, you do.
Okay.
But if you produce somewhere else that is outside
like
the space of the country, when you take it there, you follow their laws.
The laws.
It's as simple as that.
No.
And the fact that we want to regulate, we want to censor in the present age, I think we're getting it wrong. We are really getting it wrong. How many can we track? NIN is not
effective.
No, it's effective,
Okay.
but it's not up to the percentage that the country should have. So some reality, I think censorship should just be off.
No, but see, it may not be completely off. Don't you think this censorship thing is to sanitize the environment, the space, particularly when you know that some will go overboard? Some will say, oh, this is an opportunity to yab.
Have you forgotten that censorship even started from home?
Of course.
Will I allow...
Discipline.
Yes. Will I allow government to come and start teaching my boy how to eat, how to comport himself, how to greet an elder, how to exchange, relationship within children. So part of our duty, and that is the problem I have, that we don't leave everything
to government.
It is when you plant a flower and the flower grows, that's when the government sees it. From the beginning, we should do more. When we're growing, I remember, by the time you hear my dad's horn from the beginning of the street, you have to be reading newspapers.
Our book, not book.
No, newspaper at the point. And it's compulsory 7 o'clock. You have to listen to NTA News. It is a compulsory thing. Then we are seeing what kind of thing is this. But now, we can start figuring what it has done to us.
Will you tell the Gen Zs to come and do that
Yes,
now?
of course. We never had computer. We never had phone, cell phone, or this part they use. When we come and teach me this kind of lesson, you read and you cram.
Interesting.
So there's a lot of things that the parents as well need to do right from home.
Okay.
Either they are there or not there. The children will know this is my boundary.
Okay, we'll be dwelling more on your background much later on. But now, you see that the economy is really booming when you think of the number of skit makers. Do you understand? Even though their platform may not be under the regulatory space, which is the socials. What's your take on this?
Well, a little bit disagreement that is booming. I think it's just growing in terms of content and building the image of the country.
Some of them are billionaires.
No, I'm not saying no. The expected millionaires that are supposed to come out from that space is not up to... What we have is less than 30% in reality.
Okay. But do you allude to that space? Do you allude to that? Because that is a space that a lot of people are complaining that is even becoming a bit of a challenge because of the lack of regulation there.
Can we stop it?
I'm asking you.
No, it's not possible.
I'm the one questioning here.
When you throw something on the iCloud, I just spoke about our technology. The clerics too are there, the imam and the pastors. Are they not even making use of the same platform? It's growing. It's something we cannot stop. It's like going in front of a moving train.
To a large extent, sir, I beg to differ, because if we have a concern that some of the content that are being displayed on socials where our children are exposed to, are you going to allude to that in the sense that, yes, we cannot stop it? What is the effort to ensure we sanitize that space? What is the effort you, as a parent, has created that your son or your daughter must not watch a particular thing that has been classified? It's self-regulatory. Is that space classified? The space? Yeah, the social media space. We can't hold the social media space. With the kind of problems we have, we cannot for now. So it goes back to the parent. It's a parental role. When you are 18, you are fully grown. Even those days when you are 18, you are not fully grown. But now, even at 16, you are fully grown. So they'll be able to process. Okay. Is this good? No. Do my parents allow this? No. But why do you allow somebody to what age? To 15, 16 to start? They are inquisitive nature. That is their curious nature, but the role... And there's a certain age that they want to be inquisitive. They want to know everything. Everything. That is the brain. That is the brain. But the issue is parental guidance. And guidance. We're still chatting. I'm sure you're taking a lot away from this cerebral, delivery today. And our magnate is Dr. Adedayo, the immediate past Chief Executive Officer of National Film and Video Censors Board. Let's go for a breather. Let's catch our breath a bit. The conversation is becoming a bit heightened. We'll be back shortly. You're welcome back. We're focusing on the creative economy, the creative space today on the Magnate. And we have somebody who is equally qualified that has been lending a voice to it. You're welcome back to the program, Dr. Adedayo Thomas.
Thank you, ma'am.
Now, so we have talked about the various platforms. Let's now look at the pay TV. You know, the likes of where you have to subscribe and lately we hear there's now free TV that subscription may be minimal. How is this an advantage in terms of the pay TV to the citizenry of the country?
Well, in a free market economy, that is allowed, and I'll put in the, what is it called? The phone operators, MTN,
the service providers
and all whatnot. You see, I'm not saying it's still not, it's still expensive, one, but we started from somewhere. And where there is a competition, it goes down. I was reading I don't want to mention the name of the operator, but when I look at what they are coming up with, you see it still goes down. And with the security challenges that we're having, couple of homes, no matter how terrible, they have internet, they have what is it called, CCTV cameras and things like that. So the more those things grow, and we have one advantage in Nigeria, population. So the more the prices goes down. We're one of those who picked up Airtel the first week. At how much? At that point, they even deduct directly from your account. If you don't have a rolling account, current account, which is good, you cannot. So we picked on that with all the pay TV at a point, it's going to become what some people have been advocating. That is, pay just 1 month. And use
once
whatever.
A year.
Yes, or once a year. And whatever you use from your credit remains. So it's not I'm going to pay
DSTV. Expire.
Yes, it does not expire. I have to pay GoTV, I have to pay DSTV, I have to pay this for so amount of money, and it expires.
You think that time will come? You think that time will come?
Definitely it will come.
Wow.
Because by the time, you don't know what...
The free economy you talk about.
Yes, we're in free economy.
Free market economy.
Yes. The children we're talking about, the Gen Z people we're talking about, they will come with something that at a point you're just going to do this and be die what you want to die. I never believe when computer came out, say this one can never be possible. Can never be possible. Look at what is happening now. So it's a shift, and we should move with reality and plan ahead. And that's what I think developed country has above us. They plan ahead. This is likely to happen. A boy is seated.
A project.
Yes, a boy or a girl is seated in the comfort of his or her parents and be doing something that in the next how many years you see those things coming up, then you start running. No.
They are being creative and innovative.
Oh,
okay.
At a very fast rate.
No, sir. You have already alluded to it. Where is the trend taking us to? There are a lot of things trending in this free economy, in the creative space.
It's taking us to the cloud.
To the cloud, right?
Yes, of course. You see, children these days, when you want to build, I just pity some certain people that are magnificent building and every other thing. And they have children going on around and things. By the time the children come, say, what the hell? What is all this? You see, they will confine themselves at a particular point in time to either a room, a small space. Not the way we were grown. Look at this big house. Look at what is really happening now. So we're going towards, we are following them. Although on leadership, we still feel we are the leaders. But I'm telling all of us that they are pushing us
to the backstage.
You
know, in theater there's backstage.
So that's where they are pushing us to, because they're not. They are not going to stop thinking. They are not going to stop creating.
Okay, let's look at pardon me, yourself, your humanitarian self, your philanthropic self. In researching for this program, we learned that your value addition, you have been able to add value to the health sector, particularly in Lagos State. You want to let us into that, even though that one has nothing to do with the creative economy. Let's just have a little bit about what was the motivation? What would think that you go and build a theater somewhere, and why the health sector?
In all space of life, I just want to plead with anybody, no matter how little you can contribute, just do. And the health sector issue came in, I think, during the political space in 2005, 2006.
Wow, as far back?
Yes, when we were not supposed to have any political meeting. And I remember we were going for Afis Ikpesa to become, is that chairman or assembly, state assembly. So something just came into me that, okay, I'm going to gather people that were supporting the guy. Let's go to the Riverine area.
Riverine?
Yeah.
Use the boat or ferry?
We'll use the boat. So somebody said, can you come? Okay, and I went. And I gathered people, carried the boat. We went there. About 16, 17 Riverine, energetic people. Yes, communities. No single hospital.
Wow.
So sad. So I visited the other day after the meeting. And
so children, do need assessments.
Children capsized.
Wow.
Including pregnant women.
Wow.
Leaving that village to Apapa.
To seek health intervention.
To seek health and capsized.
Wow.
So I think I presented a paper, one in Finland, then one in US, that period. And somebody looked at me and said, this is fantastic. So you are exposing us to the fact that Africa economy was not developed by the colonial masters. I said, yes, we have economy growing, Ghana movement, free movement from here to Burkina Faso and things like that. So after my presentation, I said, how much can you do with $50,000?
Wow.
I said, for what? He said, anything in Africa.
You didn't think of your creative industry?
No, at that point,
the humanitarian aspect of you.
Yes, I just felt I've seen something.
And you want to do something.
Do something. And I started building the hospital.
Wow.
But at the point, the money was not enough because the cost of building a primary health care center in the Riverine area.
It's small.
You have blocks, sound,
travel across
the sea, and all manner of risk. I said, well, this is a challenge to me. Somebody has laid the foundation, and I have to complete it. So that's how I built the primary health care center at Sabun Koji, under Apapa and Amu ward of local government.
But has that motivated government to take over it?
No, when we finished, when I equipped and things like that, the chairman of Amu ward of then Chief Tolori, I spoke to him and accepted to take it over.
Interesting.
And
interesting.
Till date, I still goes there, do whatever I need to do to them and things like that. And each time, I'm so lucky, each time I go there, I saw 2, 3 mothers that they just gave back either the money or the STK or something like that.
Gives you a lot of fulfillment.
It gives me joy. Then I look further. I supplied the entire village bed net when malaria was killing people, and a lot of malaria drugs and things like that.
Congratulations. I also heard some whispers about Isolo Ushodi, something that you did something there. Is that correct?
Yes, I did a lot. This is my speech. I really did a lot in terms of health. I'm the first person in the entire Oshodi solo. I think I'm even the only person that gave free malaria drugs and free nets. Those periods when malaria was seriously dealing with us.
Okay, like I said before, we are in presence of royalty. You want to let us into that? Are you a royal highness? Are you, because it doesn't really take, I know some people can be quite philanthropic, but maybe you are a man of the people. That's why you're always thinking of the people in terms of what you do for them.
Well, that's the way I read politics in the first place. I've always been a progressive. And anywhere I am, I think back, even when I do presentation back outside the country, everywhere, I always come back with something to give to the people.
Okay.
Yeah, and that drives me into, like I said, I've been a progressive of my life. Even presently, I'm still in politics. But then the reality comes in because my mother from the maternal side, my father is from Ireland, but not from the royal. But my mother is from here, Oshodi Solo local government. She's an Elemo daughter.
Okay.
She's a princess. So
you are taking her title.
So
and you are inheriting her title.
From our gazette, it can always be either from the mother's side or from the father's side.
And so you have, so I can say the whole ambience in local royalty. So you always counsel people here.
Yeah, with the late of my predecessors.
Adjudicate.
That's what we do.
Advocate.
With some others as well.
Mediate.
Yes. So with the late,
so I can say His Royal Highness, Dr.
I'm mobile elect now. I came in as Balek gazetted by government, but now I'm mobile elect.
His Royal Highness, Dr. Adedayo Thomas. Thank you very much for being on the program. Yes. We appreciate you, all the things you have done.
Thank you so much.
And we pray that God will continue to strengthen you to do more for humanity. That has been the Magnate today. I'm sure you enjoyed our package. Let's do this again same time next week. But remember, our socials is still there for you to follow. And then you can always watch this edition again on our YouTube channel. We're still open for sponsorship and partnership. The number is on the screen. So call us so that we know how to add value to whatever you're doing. Our guest today has been able to mentor us on television while lending a voice to the growth of our business. See you next week. Bye for now.